And welcome to our March to Madness report. I'm Brian Jeffries with head coach Sean Miller. The Wildcats are the #1 seed in the West, and they will open on Friday in San Diego against the Weber State Wildcats. And Sean, congratulations. First of all, being a #1 seed, that's quite an honor, well-deserved for your team. Were you surprised at all? I mean, I guess it was kind of the expectation, but what did you think when you saw Arizona flash up on the screen?
Well, it felt good, Brian. I mean, when you see a #1 seed, nobody has to tell us how hard it is to do. And I think it's an achievement in and of itself to be thought of. It's very hard-earned. You don't get that seed by reputation. You get it through performance. And as you know, because you've been with us from start to finish, this started a long time ago. And to be 30-4 and receive that, I think we all feel really, really good about it. Now, taking the next step, it doesn't guarantee us anything, but we have to take advantage of the seed that we were given and really perform well here this first weekend in San Diego.
Okay, as you've built this team throughout the season and it's grown, and of course you've always pointed now towards this point in the season, do you feel like the guys have followed the path that you wanted to be ready for March Madness?
No doubt. This is as focused of a group as a team that I've ever coached. You know, we have an older group that set the tone, but we've had a younger group that's really come in and set the tone on their end. And I think just collectively, one of the many good traits and attributes that we have going in is we're a team that wants to win, that's willing to pay the price. And a big reason why we got the #1 seed is just that. So, for us, I think we're playing well. I know we suffered a loss at Oregon, but you look at their seed and, playing them on senior night, it was a tough task. I thought we didn't finish the game real well, but for most of the game we were in control. And playing UCLA on a neutral court, again, a 4 seed in the tournament, I thought it was just a great game between two really good teams. The game could have gone either way. But shooting 6 for 16 from the free throw line in a game of that magnitude kind of did us in. But having said that, it isn't as if we played bad in either of those games. I feel like we're playing well. We're a healthy team, and playing here in the West should be to our advantage.
Now, your first time, of course, in the NCAA Tournament. Is there any keys, any secrets to advancing in the tournament that's different from the regular season?
Well, I think what it is you don't want anything to be different. All of a sudden, if you get on this type of stage and you make it bigger than it needed to be and individual players kind of deviate from what our team has done all year, you think about it in our case, that doesn't make much sense because how we've done things has put us in the #1 seed. So I think for us, trusting and believing in what we've done, being a great rebounding team, a great defensive team, playing together on offense, that's been our theory from day one, and that can't change.
All right, you mentioned rebounding defense, which has been a constant. One of the old adages about the tournament is backcourt play, that a lot of the old coaches say, well, you got to have good guards, and we would certainly put your guards up against anybody in the country. It doesn't really center around those guys in your mind?
Well, I don't know if it's a team, but I think the reason that it comes to that is in March, so much is made about the endings of games. And at the end of games, no matter what you believe in, your guards have the basketball in their hands, and it's their decisions, their ability to create, to kind of be an extension from the coach, not just on offense but on defense, that the more experienced and the higher caliber that you have in the backcourt, it's clearly to your team's advantage. And for us, Nick Johnson and TJ are experienced. They're terrific players. In Nick's case, he's really been there before when you consider him being in the Sweet 16 last year. And I think that those guys will be ready to lead us here this week.
All right, you've already played a game at Viejas Arena, beating San Diego State earlier. It's close proximity, which is a reward for being a #1 seed. It also means your fans can get there easily. You've talked so much, of course, about the great support here at McKale Center, the great support in Las Vegas. How can that help carry your team in San Diego?
Well, it can carry us a great way. I mean, all of us feel terribly bad that we weren't able to finish the conference tournament's championship. I left there feeling really good, though, that we played hard and played against a very good team, and we didn't come out in the victory circle. And with so many fans, in a sense, you kind of feel like you let them down. But we feel the energy of our fans. We're going to need them in San Diego. I know they'll turn out, and hopefully the combination of us being ready to play and us having the #1 seed in the West with our fans will kind of move us towards advancing.
I got to ask you one question kind of off the topic. Your brother Archie's in, which is great news. I know you're thrilled for him. And then he's playing Thad Matta, one of your best friends. What went through your mind when you saw those two teams up on the board?
Well, first of all, I was really excited for Arch, in his third year at Dayton, to lead them into the NCAA tournament is a job well done. I think they've been in the NCAA tournament 2 of the last 10 years, so it's not something like they go every year. So I was really happy for him, and then, yeah, no question about it. It almost feels like, well, that, of course, the first time that you get in, you're playing someone that he worked for and obviously that we know well. But I think from his perspective, he's happy to be in the NCAA tournament.
Okay. And how excited were your guys when they knew where they were going, they knew they were going to be number one, but still that feeling, what did they feel like in the locker room?
Well, one of the things we talked about in Las Vegas after the UCLA game was whether we won this conference championship or didn't, it's about next week. And you really turn the page on Selection Sunday and recognize that making the tournament is not easy to do. Having a high seed in the tournament is, wow, that's a great accomplishment. And then being able to advance from 64 to 32, that's difficult, and the excitement of having a chance to do it. Our guys are really excited. We've been at this for a while now, and hopefully we're going to be at our best. That's what it's about. Can we play a really good game on Friday against Weber State?
All right. Wildcats, Friday in San Diego. That's our March to Madness with head coach Sean Miller.